What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Joseph R. Wheeler III of the ONYXCON Foundation. Welcome back to another live. What's happening there? What it is, what it ain't, what it gonna be like. Straight from the Metro ATL, where I dwell, where I'm from, where it's at. We out here, man. We out here, ladies and gentlemen. We out here, ladies. How y'all doing, ladies? Hey, what's happening? Yo, it is a Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, my chooms? Shout out to all my people who know about that right there. All my people who know about that right there. You know what that is. You know what that is. If you play Cyberpunk 2077, if you are familiar with the worlds of Michael Pondsmith's epic visions, R. Talsorian, CD Projekt Red, did you know what it is? All right. Shot that out real quick. I ain't wore this one in a minute, so I figured, yeah, today I'm gonna break out my fitted, my custom fitted, my Cyberpunk Samurai patch. Samurai is the name of the rock group that Johnny Silverhand, aka Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk Vision. Keanu Reeves portrays that amazing character. And that's his rock band, that's their logo. You gotta play the game to understand. It'd be too much to explain. I just wanted to shout it out real quick. That's not the topic. But we don't have a topic. Most of the time when I go live, I'm just shooting the breeze with my peoples, brainstorming, relating state of mind. That's how you get your people, man. That's how we built this thing. That's how ONYXCON was built. Talking to the people, man. Y'all know what I'm saying? I talk to my people, I get my people. They get me, I get them. They subscribe, I survive, we strive, we stay alive. On the road to 3,000. That's the next big goal. 3,000 subs, y'all. 3,000 subs, y'all. 3,000 subs, y'all. 3,000 subs, y'all. We're going to get it too. You understand me? We're going to get them subscribers. We always get them. We always get them. We're going to get all of them. We're going to get 3,000 subscribers. That's the goal. We're on the road to 3,000. It's going to happen, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's going to happen. It's going to be a beautiful day when it happens too. We're going to celebrate big time. I think I want to make that the reason I go on a trip this year, because the trip is overdue from last year. And they really need to do two to make up for one last year and another this year. But if we, the way this economy is, I'd be happy just to get one. What's up, one? See, just to get one. Somebody put the thumbs up. Appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let me get my little device going here to keep this thing from getting hot, because it is 80 degrees outside. Solid. I put my little contraption to keep my phone from getting hot, because otherwise I can't go. I can't work and all that old mess. How the hell these phones so doggone fancy and expensive, but they can't endure heat? I don't want to hear it. They want to impress me, make a phone that you could put in the oven at 500 and it'd be like, yeah, what's up? I'm here, whatever. That's what we need. We need phones that can endure 500 degrees. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. That's what we need. Bye-bye to the, how many was that? 12 that just left? 3 in the building still. Well, let's get 3 thumbs up for everybody who's left, because y'all must be real. Why else would you still be hanging out? So let me talk to y'all. So what I was tell y'all about some of the topics, plural. One, I did see episode 9 of Star Trek Starfleet Academy. If you know the channel, you know the content. I've been covering that. That's become one of my regular things to report on weekly, because it gives me something I can always routinely do a review of, and a full review is coming. I'll brainstorm my thoughts with y'all now. I literally watched it this morning. It was what I watched while I was eating, well, not this morning, lunchtime. It's what I watched while I was eating my lunch, and I thought, not bad. Episode 9 is definitely a redemption from episode 8. Episode 8 was the worst episode yet. I will stay on record for that. That was the absolute worst episode yet. Episode 8 was so damn boring. I just said to myself, golly, man, how could y'all give the haters fuel. They gonna take this and run a hate bowl touchdown every day with this episode. I mean, you can't deny this was just whack. This episode 8 should have never been made. Quite frankly, I'm just that raw about it. Episode 8 of Starfleet Academy was so bad they should have never made it. They just should have said, you know what? Let's scratch this. Let's act like we didn't write this. Let's act like we didn't act this out. This is doldrum, absolute doldrum, just pure doldrum. But and it's not, and I want to make it clear too. It's not because the characters involved are just instantly dull. As a matter of fact, the episode 8 focused a lot on one of the most lively, spirited characters of the entire show, Sam. SAM, the acronym for, she's a hologram. Wonderful black actress, talented actress. I don't care what nobody says, that the girl got chops now. She can act. She's a real actor. And I know there's people out here that talk about Star Trek, Starfleet Academy, and will try to diss it and say that, you know, they use her, they use the effeminate Klingon, which, you know, that's a whole nother topic. They use him, they use, I'm thinking of all the characters they hate the most and who they put on all their thumbnails to try to, you know, be trigger bait for, you know, clickbait for, you know, rage bait, and just, damn, do they know the back of their car is open? Y'all about to ride off and your groceries gonna be on the ground. I can't even wave them down, they not looking. Hello? Hello? Your bag is still open, you about to lose all your groceries. This is really bad. Do you not have a sensor that tells you? I mean, it's a newer vehicle. Okay, yeah, they pulled over. I'm like, I'm about to say, all the newer vehicles, it's gonna tell you, hey, dumbass, your door is open. People watching, boy, I tell you, it's entertainment. Okay. Anyway, she got it. She realized she was about to, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like a brand new Audi. I'm like, I know that thing got sensors. It's probably talk to you. Know your name and everything. You know your back door is open. What are you doing? But anyway, hold on, y'all. Appreciate that. I saw the love going up. Thank you so much. I just saw some love going up. Saw the love going up. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. If you're one of my subscribers, you can hit the chat. I'd love to hear from you. Know who you are. Good Lord. Oh, man. What? All types of good people watching today. Ladies, I just want y'all to know, we appreciate y'all when y'all come out the house looking sexy. That's all I got to say. I'm going to leave that right there just like that. You know, just glance over, see a fine woman with an outfit that's very, very befitting. You just like, thank you. Thank you for your eye candy service today. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. But anyway, talk about this Star Trek. So basically, you know, they always go, all the haters go for the same characters because they know certain other characters are going to not be enough to create the rage bait they're going for with their intent for, you know, riding the hater train. And they're damn good at it because they do this stuff and they know, and then they do all the kind of little goofy stuff with AI. You know, like there's ethical AI, like what I do when I use AI, and then there's non-ethical. Like you literally, you know, you borderline doing some straight out racist BS. Like they'll exaggerate people's features and stuff, and all. They do some, they be doing some mess. But anyway, that one character who plays Sam, the lady who plays the character Sam, in episode 8, she had a very sentimental breakdown, if you will. But I know what they're trying to do. What they're trying to do is what was done with Data, the famous android character on Next Generation Star Trek. And Data was never one of my favorite characters. I mean, he was just there. You know, it's like, okay, Data's all right. I mean, there was some fun moments with Data. There was some moments where I was like, oh, okay, that's funny. What's up? What's happening? there were some fun moments, but it wasn't like, oh man, I can't wait till the next episode where Data has a major part in the show. But damn, what Data was talking about. God, it was all about Jordy. It was all about Oh man, they are unorganized as hell today. Canceling orders, they can't find boxes. What are y'all doing? Damn. Sheesh Louise. Hey, welcome to the Courier Life. Alrighty. Alright, so and continuing my thoughts. So like I said, yeah, they gotta knock some home runs, man. They need at least one solid home run and nothing but more base hits for the rest of this season. That's all they can afford, quite frankly, in my opinion. If I was an executive deciding whether or not Paramount keeps this show on TV, I'd be like, you give me freaking home run effort and definitely one solid home run, and the rest have to get on. They got to be base hits that score. Like, y'all run them in. Ain't gonna be no just got on base and struck out type. No, no, hell no. I'm talking about everybody like load up the bases and bring them all in. That's what we need. To talk some baseball. I don't even play like that or watch it, but I understand the game and did play back in my kid era. And I'm saying, and it is that time of year, so maybe I'm speaking somebody's language because, it's baseball season again, spring for those who care. Like I say, it's not my thing to watch it or whatever. I like the hats. I like the jerseys. I like the vibe, the energy, the nostalgia of baseball. So that's what I'm comparing it to, man. They need everybody to come home for the next 3 seasons. They need knocking get the bases loaded, bring everybody home with all base hits, and then one big major home run, knock it out the park, grand slam. I mean, hardcore for that last episode. Make you wonder if you were watching the same show in the last episode. Make you feel like you're watching a Star Trek movie. The movies are always more intense and more everything. So, like, they treat that last episode like a freaking movie, and we ain't gonna forgive you for all that other mess we sat through. But at least we'll be like, you know how it goes and stuff. People talk, and they'll be like, man, don't even watch the whole season. Here's the episodes you need to watch. And you can literally watch those episodes and enjoy the show. Like, it's that type of show. That's what it's gonna be known as. This first season gonna be that type of show. It really is. It really is. Um, cause some of the stuff that they're doing and how they're doing it and acting like it doesn't matter, it's not gonna add up. It's not gonna add up. If they keep pushing that stuff, it's not gonna work. They gotta change it up. They gotta have a whole new game plan and stick to it from here on. You know. Oh boy, they still trying to find this box, y'all. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It really is. Hold on for a second. Yeah, y'all. So anyway, so that's my thoughts on Star Trek, Starfleet Academy, Episode 9. Like I said, I'm gonna do a full review with my notes and everything when I'm home. I've done them in the car before, and I don't mind doing. I do it again, but I felt like I wanna. They gave us an okay episode, so I want to respectfully have some notes. I may not name every single actor or every single character, but I tend to like try to, you know, have my fun with it. You know, like for the one dude, I'm sorry, he's Glitter Boy from now on. He's glitter puker. That's all you. That's you, dude. And they almost did it like they were trolling the damn audience. Like we know y'all don't like this, so here we had them do it again. I'm like, okay, really? All right. At this point, well then you did it to yourself. That's all you gonna be from here on, man. Like it's I can see folk. You know how it goes in this new modern cultures. Like I always say here, we don't do it for the culture. We do it for the cultures because there's no one culture, no one way to be anything. But you go to conventions like I do, and come from convention culture. Like ONYXCON was a convention first. If you didn't know, that's why we call it ONYXCON. I can guarantee you, when I go to MomoCon this year, they're gonna be folk cosplaying him, and they're gonna be barfing glitter and stuff. They're gonna have it make part of their costume. They're gonna be puddles of glitter on the floor, and like it's be stupid. They'll tell you they're gonna be doing it on purpose. It's gonna be a hilarious, constant joke. I promise you, they're gonna do it because cosplayers love little goofy stuff like that. Some of them, not again. There's no one way to be anything, so there's not every cosplayer. What is going on? Like really? This dude just literally, they have these carts that they have all the orders on, and they be heavy with groceries, and they're on wheels and they're rolling. And there's a car coming both ways, and they pause for the cars because he grabbed one of the damn towers of the carts, and you see him literally just let the other one just roll. Like he knows it's rolling, he just let it roll into the street and stop in front of traffic. I'm like, what? what? What is going on today, man? Oh my gosh. And this character that's doing this, oh man, damn, I swear, have mercy. This cat be, I've seen him before. He's not one of the regular people who does the outside work. He usually be working on the inside, and he's got a bad attitude, the kind of attitude that makes mistakes. So, man, that's see, this is what I'm talking about. Those are, and see, even on a job like this, that's the kind of people that if they're in your writing room on a show, you gotta get rid of them because they don't care. They got so much money and they're so comfortable, they don't think they can be fired. You need to get rid of them. Those are your problems, y'all. That's the kind of problems we got from a parking lot at the Wally World to the highest office of this debacle. Okay, this is the kind of people. This is what you got. This is what you got. They don't think they can be fired. They do all kind of stuff, and they think they can keep getting away with it. It's disgusting, man. You know, they're like Glitter Boy, and on the show, he going around picking fights with folk. This fool around here picking fights with other countries. He's just steady trying to start a war, a global war. It's already a global war, just to be a distraction from the fouls that out him for all of his perverted actions. Do you understand how serious this is right now? That's what we're dealing with. And I'm not comparing the Glitter Boy character to that. No. Nobody on the show, no character on the show could compare to that. Not even the main villain could compare to that. That's a whole nother level of villainy. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all. Man, whole hour, y'all. Whole hour gone. From one cancel order to a freaking debacle over getting a missing box on a three drop route. Like 3 houses, that's it. You understand? If y'all understand me explain. I average, okay, well it depends. Let me not say that. I was gonna say I average way more than 3 per route, but it depends on, the kind of routes I like. Sometimes I don't get the ones I like. I gotta get what I can get, and this was one of them because it's a short route. I'm used to 10 or more all the time. Like shit. Sometimes the whole back full, front everything full, depending on who, where, what time. A lot of factors, right? Anyway, but it's really the distance that'll give you the money with this particular app that I'm dealing with right now. But anyway, y'all, we ain't talking about that. We're gonna talk about this. Tell y'all y'all enough about the Star Trek. I ain't gonna keep harping on it. We all know what it is. I tell you one thing I am gonna do though. I think when the season is finally said and done, I'm gonna do like one big pros and cons episode talking about what they could have done completely different to make the show an absolute success, where it had success, and where it was a failure. You know, and I'm gonna be bluntly honest, like I always am, but I'm gonna sum it up. That's my plan. That's what we'll see where we go with it, where we are with it by the time it's done. Because I mean, they've shown they can bomb so hard, you don't even care. You don't even want to say nothing. You just, you know what? It ain't even worth talking about. It ain't even worth commenting. It can be that bad, man. That's how bad 8 was. 8 was so bad, I barely had anything to say about it. I was just like, this should have never happened. So why am I even gonna talk about it and pick it apart? Like this episode should have never freaking happened. So, yeah. But no, this it's up, down, and all around with the show. It really is. They can say what they want, but it's tried and proven. And it's proven the haters to be right about some stuff that they be, but I still can't take their perspective on it, because they hating for other reasons. They hating for topics that they can't accept no matter what kind of show it's on. I'm just more seasoned in life with dealing with all types of people, so I don't have no problem with diversity. I don't have no problem with inclusion. I got a problem with delusion. Confusion, delusion, and misusing. You know, you misusing these characters. Like, they're characters. They're not the real people they are in real life. And I think there's a lot of that going on too. You know, everybody trying to have representation of who they are in real life. Got shit to do with a character in a sci-fi show. This is a fantasy, man. We're supposed to be getting away from all this basic ass human earthly shit. I know it's reflecting that. That's all fantasy is still a reflection of our actual human reality. But when it's so close to reality, it's not even fantasy. You see? So that's the part. There are agendas. You know, use of 10 and they ain't. I mean, you know, like again, what most of the haters say. I'm not saying it the way they say it. When I say agendas, I'm saying there's just unhealthy, dysfunctional behavior that people sometimes cloak as their identity. It's like, no, this ain't got shit to do with identity at this point. There's identity and then there's actual dysfunction. And you're trying to make it seem like it's normal to be dysfunctional. That I got a problem with. And I'm going to always have a problem with that. So, like I said, we'll get that deep later. On to other topics. Been playing God of War, or I can't even say fully replaying, because it's actually the first time I'm getting past a part that was so hard I couldn't beat it, y'all. It was one of them puzzles that was just really ridiculous the first time I tried to play it. And I put the game down for years. But with the announcement of God of War, the Greek trilogy, I said, oh shit, this is big news, baby. This is, whoa, hell yeah, right? So sign me up. I need to know about this. I don't want to be on the sidelines. I don't want to be outside the stadium. I want to be in the game. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, sign me up. I got to know more about God of War. I got to play the first one, or not the first just graphically, the first and the second, just I can't do it. But the third one, I done made a decision. I'm going to play it because it looks dope when I look back at what that was. And all of TC and everybody else's voice work on it and the acting was dope from 1, 2, 3, all of them, right? You know, anything they touched was great. But visually, that 1 and 2 was like, 1 was like, whoa, yeah, it was a different time. 2 was like, okay, that's as good as you could get back then. All right, you know, pat him on the head a little bit. You'll grow up one day. 3 was like, okay, all right, I see you getting a little muscle. I see you getting a little tone there, you know what I'm saying? A little bass in your voice. You know what I mean? You know, got a little hair on your chin, you know what I'm saying? You respect them because you see them getting, you know, they growing up. That's how I felt with 3 when I look back at a playthrough of it. And I was like, I would play this. This is a fun looking game. This is a great looking game, fun game. Same great story as it always was, but even better because it's more intense with stuff going on. Yeah. I can mess with this. I mean, quite frankly, now story-wise, 1 and 2 what I watched, I was like, man, this is epic. I mean, it's got all the you know, that T.C. Carson brought to it and everybody else brought to it. They did their jobs now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not even talking about the talent in that regard. I'm talking about the graphics, period. That's all I'm talking about. I can't play a game that looks whack. I lived that era when games looked what we thought was good because we ain't have nothing else. And then when we saw what could be, man, ain't nobody going backwards. I'm sorry. I guess that's why I'm not as much, I mean, not at all almost a retro gamer. There's some retro remakes, like that Contra game. I'd like to play that. That looks fun. And the graphics are tight enough at even, you know, being a throwback that it's just amazing. It's colorful, it's beautiful, it looks cool as shit. That new Contra game, that one, not even. But and like, so speak of, man, it's about to take me on a tangent, but I'm going. Let's go. Side quest. Metroid. If they do a modernized Metroid, like for real. I know there have been other Metroid games since the one I grew up on, the original stuff. But I'm saying, like, if they ever remade it, like, I'm there. I'm there. That was my shit, you know? Stuff like that would be cool. But in the meantime, between time, we got what we got. And, you know, God of War, the Viking lore one, is absolutely one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. I can say that with my full, say it with my chest, okay? Last night was the evening I declared this. When I tell you, I got to that stage where I mean, if you played it, you know what I'm talking about. And they fuck spoilers because the game been out too damn long. So if you feeling some kind of way about spoiler, what the hell, man? That's like me complaining about a spoiler and I'm just now replaying the game after how many years it's been out. You know what I mean? Come on, it's whatever. But anyway, the scene where the witch, and she is a witch. She's like, you know, literally a lady of mysticism who knows all these different spells and everything. She's dope as hell. I like that character. She's pretty cool. The only thing that cracks me up about her is she run around barefoot everywhere. Like, I get it when she's in her warm or warmer garden with her little house that she lives in underneath a gigantic turtle, which is dope as hell. Oh my gosh, when the turtle rose up, I said, oh, this is the coolest shit ever. Like, this thing is full of so much real fantasy, real whimsical, fairy tale level, but still a hardcore game type stuff. I mean, it's the best of everything. It's beautiful, it's brutal, it's dope, man. I'm like, this is, I didn't realize what I had sitting on my table for so many years. I feel silly a little bit because, you know, like when you put something down and you didn't really play it or finish reading a book or something, and then you go back to it and you realize how good it was, and you say to yourself, I've been depriving myself of this for how many years? That's how I felt. That's how I felt playing God of War, the Viking joint, you know, the first one. Playing it again now, you know, trying to finish it. Because like I say, first time I got about, I don't even know if I was a third of the way. But puzzles kicking my ass is one. And I just got to know it. And I'm still like that. I don't like, you know, I heard the guy who is the director of these games say in an interview, he's not even that kind of player. He doesn't like, I don't play for a challenge. I play for the experience, the story. I said, yes. So that was good to hear. That was real good to hear. Because that's exactly what the hell I'm playing it for. Like, when they ask you the difficulty, do you want a story? Do you want an epic battle? Do you want gridlock and, you know, whatever the words they use and hell on earth? And I don't need none of all that. I don't need you to give me, I gotta find a way to hit a character that takes 5 minutes to get one hit, and you could beat him on easy with 3 hits, but it's gonna take you more than 15 minutes. It's gonna take you a whole damn hour or half a day to keep playing it over and over again every time you get your ass beat and die in the game. No, man, I ain't got time for that. I'm grown. I'm not doing that. We're not doing none of that. We're gonna get this shit. We are watching a story. We're playing a movie. That's what we're doing. We are controlling a movie. And that's the experience I like when I'm playing these kind of games. And that's damn near for anything. Like, it's either a light show, it's a movie, it's a fun release. I don't need challenge when I sit down to that level. I don't mind a little bit of challenge. I don't want to not think. I want to think. But don't make it, you know, like fighting chance think. That's all, you know? Yeah. And this is coming from a man who loves to play chess. Like, I play chess. Some people, just the thought of the word chess is like, oh shit, it gives me a headache. I don't feel that way. I've been playing it so long. Yo, if you're that good where you make me really have to, oh shit, but if I do that, then you do this. I already know when I'm playing a game that I'm gonna more than likely lose. And then I just play it for the lesson, right? That's the way I feel about gaming. If I'm playing a game and it makes me feel like, oh, you're gonna get the ass whooping, but you're gonna learn something from this ass whooping, and you're gonna want to play again. And eventually, because you like playing it and you're cunning enough to know what's going on, you're gonna win. Don't worry. Just if you keep going, you will beat it. Don't think you can't beat it. You know? Hell, that's the reason why I'm on YouTube. This shit here seems impossible sometimes. Or used to. Now it's closer and closer to the goal. And I'm at a stage where, like, one thing that pisses me off is that it's still kind of gate-kept, you know, all these insane numbers to get monetized when they already make money off your shit. That's the only thing that bothers me here. But I'm in it to win it, so I'm not gonna stop. I am not gonna, as far as I'm concerned, they owe me. This has become a part of my life at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. Like, this must happen. This is part of my retirement plan. This is part of my life goals. YouTube is just that important to me at this stage. That's why I be telling y'all, please subscribe. Like, I'm not the casual YouTuber. I'm the YouTuber, the one who's really on here to become yet another person that may not be a complete household name, but I'll be that person where you mention my name, oh yeah, that guy. And then everybody else is like, oh, no, I know his name and I know his company. And I know some episodes, and I love how he does these reviews, and I love how he goes fishing, and I love the travel, and I love this. That's what I'm aiming. Yes, man. But I'm not a yes, man. Shout out to AC alone. That's that line, y'all. That's that line. But I'm not a yes, man. AC, AC, AC. How many of y'all know about AC alone? Put AC alone with an exclamation mark in the comments if you know about some real West Coast hip-hop, some legends. How that? What about that? What you know about that? Project Blow, what's the code? But back to what I say, man, my declarations, man, my ambitions as a rider. You know what I'm saying? The ambitions of Tupac, everybody know that, right? That's one of my jams by him. My ambitions as a rider. That's one of my Courier theme songs right there. My ambitions as a rider. You know what I'm saying? Because I got ambitions in this, y'all. I ain't doing this just because I just love Courier. No, this is just to get to goals. I get to explore. I learn a lot when I'm doing this. But the real thing is, I'm in it because it gives me the flexibility of schedule to keep going live, to keep building my YouTube, to reach my goal. And I'm going to reach it! Yeah! Well, damn. I don't guess I'm gonna be able to turn today. But yeah, so in the goals to reach, man, we doing it all because we know it all of the topics that we cover. That's why we do multi-niche content. Everything from fishing, travel, hiking, you know what I'm saying? Relationship goals in the art life. Yeah, shout out to the ladies. ONYXCON hotties, you feel me? Shout out to the ladies again. All these things, man, all these categories. ONYXCON rides, all that. Like, I wouldn't mind going back out west at some point this year. Get out to LA, go to another car show type thing. And we got stuff going on in Atlanta too. I want to go to some of the ones locally here. But I be looking for the stuff that's more heavily organized and secure. Some of the stuff that I've seen that happens in Atlanta, and it's not that we do have, you know, indoor buy ticket type shows, but then there's like these neighborhood type meetups too. Be some dope cars out there, but you gotta deal with all the elements too. And it get a little iffy. Like, if you don't know nobody, what you out there? You know? So I ain't really with all that noise. But I will be looking at some stuff now that this done got officially warm. I mean, today is 80 degrees. Good gosh, this is amazing. And it's still gonna get cold again. I know how it does. It's gonna jump back and forth a few more days in March, as it always does. And even in April, like, you can wake up one day in April and need a sweatshirt and a hoodie on, or you know, put on your skull cap, or as some other folks would say, beanie. You might need that even in April here. But once I'd say about that, after that maybe second week of April, it's pretty much all said and done. It's pure heat. Yeah. You might have a little cool when it rains, but that's about it. So these days right here, man, I can't believe how hot it is today. It's like, yeah, it's for real. I just left. I mean, I got my jacket in case for later on when it get cool, but right now it is, whew, yeah. This is May type weather, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. But anyway, global warming is real. Do you not know? Please believe it. We're gonna be doing more, like I say, God of War concepts and videos and celebration of the 20-year anniversary. Now, my main contribution to that is I'm playing through that first Viking lore game right now, and like I say, the most beautiful scene I've gotten to so far. You get to that one part where the witch goes on a journey with you and the boy, and she gets snatched away because she can't be in that realm, and the gods are against her, and so they pull her back through a portal, and then you and the boy are left there in the most absolutely beautiful scenic version of the Nine Lakes area, because basically there's different. It's like alternate dimensions of the same place, but that particular one, I'm sure there's more that I haven't seen. I know there's more. I gotta go through probably like 5 other doors or something, 4 other doors. But when I went in this, I said, "Good gracious, man, this is absolutely phenomenal." You know, and it makes up for where it lacks, because I keep saying, you know, you can't jump, you can't do a double jump. He's got all this power, but only when he's in a god level fight. I'm like, the funk? Like, the hell? Like, why would I be holding back until, I mean, I get it a little bit, but it's like, it should happen more. And it shouldn't just be push the rage button and he just jumps up and down and smashes the ground. Like, and then you don't even control that. That's what I really hate. Like, you just push a button and he pretty much does premeditated movements. Man, no, man. I want to do all of the brutality. If this is where it goes, Mortal Kombat, I want the buttons, okay? I want the buttons. It's all you, and you're doing all kind of crazy stuff with the whatever weapon you got, but especially double chain swords, the blades of chaos. I mean, goodness gracious, the stuff you can do, and you can fly. You put out your arm, turn into wings. I love it. I love it. Like, where is that in this? Is my point. It ain't there. They don't, you know, I mean, it might be moments. I know somebody said, "Oh, you ain't played far enough," but that happens later. Okay, yeah, well, it don't happen enough. I know that. It may be a moment, but it ain't like continuous. And that's what I'm talking about. I want it to just be a part of the fighting system. And basically, they say that with this remake, they're gonna have a new, totally new combat system. I'm like, great. To all I heard when I heard that is, don't worry, y'all. We're gonna mix the best of both. That's what I hear. That's what I'm hoping for. I think they're gonna mix the best of the first trilogy with the second trilogy and give us something absolutely epic. Because one thing is for sure, it's going to look amazing. This is gonna be one of the most beautiful games in history. Because it already is. Like, what they did, like I say, with that Viking trilogy is absolutely insane. How beautiful. It's so good detail. You know, you just sometimes I just stop and rotate the camera around. I don't move the character, I just look. And the fact that, you know, there's no glitching. I haven't had any experience of the frames not being able to keep up. And maybe that's the reason he moves so slow. Hello. You know, they always got an excuse for, well, we thought, you know, he's bulky, he's heavier, and, you know, I can hear all that bullshit. That ain't it. Just be honest with come on, man. We're going through the pain with you. We've sat through the games with the glitches. We know that y'all talk about this stuff working faster than it does. I don't care what processor, what anything you say. They say only PCs can keep up with most of these games nowadays. And even PCs sometimes have glitches. So what you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about is you made the character bulkier by choice, but also you gave that an excuse for why he doesn't move fast all the time. Because you know if he can jump and leap off walls as fast and quick as the original Kratos, man, that's a hey, unless you got the processing, everything, and it can work on a PS5 or 6, because you know that's the other goal. They're gonna have it hopefully by 6. And every time it goes up, it pinches up just a little bit. It don't be no huge change. It just be, oh, okay, you can move that much faster without everything shutting down and going to the blue screen. And you gotta report a damn glitch. You know, if they can make a game that works most of the time, never has any problems, but you mostly moving slow, or you go fast at their intended, predestined actions, like I said, you push the rage buttons and he jumps up and down every fucking time and smashes the ground like Hulk. I'm like, this is whack, man. Like, come on, y'all. And it's not to say that, you hear what I said? I said that is whack. Not the game, but that, yeah, that's whack. Because it ain't enough. It ain't enough. And what, you upgrade and craft all this stuff. I'm upgrading my rage just now, you know, when I was playing the other night. I upgraded the rage. First time I ever used it, I didn't see nothing major different about it. Like what? He knocked over 2 more characters quicker than last time and I didn't notice it. Like, I don't get that. I don't get that. So we'll see. We shall see. I think by the time they have more technology behind it and all the other stuff they always need to make everything process faster and stuff, if they can get them frame rates to keep up and still look that damn good and sharp and every pore in his face and all that in the beard and everything, man, wow. Okay? Just wow. Hell yeah. All right? And now, there's another thing I'm going to mention because I keep hearing people talk about it, and that is everybody's talking about God of War Egypt. You got people saying that there's going to be an Egypt game for God of War. Now, this is all fan-based, I found out, because the way people talk about it, you know how it is with fans. Once it's a good idea, and it's a great idea, people pick up and just run with it. And it creates legs of its own. Now, on the positive side of that, it might tell the producers, we ain't got no choice but to consider making this because people want this. Look at this. Look at the reaction. Look at the numbers on this. Look at the hashtag use or whatever, right? But if they actually do it, my only concern, well, I got a lot of concerns actually when you start playing with the cultures that I am directly a part of, okay? As a person of direct African descent, and knowing enough of my history to know that I have the blood of people who were part of ancient Kemet running through my veins, you got to get that right. There ain't no, you ain't gonna do no Hollywood, what they call that whack ass movie that they had, the only black man in the whole damn movie was the late great Chadwick Boseman, and everybody else was just like variations of white, and that was it. Like, really? Y'all in this era, y'all still trying to do, oh my gosh, still trying to do Cleopatra with Liz Taylor. What y'all doing? We're not doing that.